All right, good evening, everybody. We have a quorum of the DDA board. I would like to take this time to call this meeting to order. The first item on the agenda is to approve this current June 26th agenda. Can I have a motion to approve this agenda?
I make a motion to approve June's agenda.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion or questions about this agenda? All right, seeing none, all those in favor of approving this agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? All right, the ayes have it. Next, we have a motion to approve the minutes from the March 27th of 2024 meeting. Can I get a motion to approve those minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes for March 27th, 2024.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion required? All right, no discussion. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it. All right, gonna move on to get a motion to approve the May 7th of 2024 minutes. Can I get a motion, please?
I make a motion to approve May 27th minutes.
I'm sorry, did I say May 27th?
Sorry, May 7th, 2024 minutes.
Okay. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it. The next item on the agenda, see, it's a presentation or two presentations. One of the Economic Development Strategic Plan update.
Yes, good evening, Chairman. We are just providing an update to the Economic Development Strategic Plan. The Economic Development Strategic Plan was first produced in 2016. This past year, the Mayor and City Council approved for us to update the strategic plan. The plan will provide a blueprint for the next 5 to 10 years. We issued an RFP to identify a consulting firm to assist or to manage that update. KB Advisories group was identified as the firm qualifying after an extensive search and evaluation. They were the highest scoring firm. KV Advisory back in March did present before the Development Authority and provided an overview, scope of work as to what they would be doing in terms of conducting their research, data and analysis, and market research to the Development Authority, and did obtain your initial input as to the direction of where they should go with that plan. Just to provide an update, they conducted a business survey. As you will recall, we did have a business luncheon in which we had members of the community, roughly about 35 business leaders, industry experts, people from our industrial park, our local small businesses to attend that meeting and give input. We also had a community input meeting. We conducted a community survey. There was also a presentation and survey of our mayor and city council and one-on-one sessions with city council members who wanted to participate in those one-on-one sessions. We also, they conducted a survey and have identified a draft strategic plan. So as providing an update, they will provide a survey to the Development Authority in July that will be presented in a work session to the Mayor and City Council in July as well. So in the way of giving the Development Authority an update, the presentation or the draft Economic Development Strategic Plan should be completed in August of this year. Were there any yes, sir.
So I was here at the presentation, the luncheon and the presentation,
Yes, sir.
Fairburn, and they're a very professional team. And I like they wanted to entertain comments in the community,
Yes.
bringing them together.
Yes. They did an outstanding job in terms of their community survey was quite extensive. One of the things that they emphasized early on is making sure that the language was communicative to the residents in language that was knowledgeable, but yet resonated with what their needs were. So we were very happy with the outcomes, and we look forward to reporting the data that they have identified.
Any other discussions or questions?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Seeing none, thank you, Ms. Abernathy. I'd like to move on to the next item on the agenda, the Business Development Committee report by Mr. Orlando King.
Just briefly before Mr. King, we are so excited about Mr. Orlando King leading our Business Development Committee. Mr. King was identified by one of our Development Authority members, and Mr. King kind of hit the ground running. He has already met. We had a couple of concerns once we started our code enforcement. And when I say we do not necessarily, we don't manage code enforcement, but the city does have a code enforcement arm. And the code enforcement is to make sure that all of our businesses are in compliance. At the same time, we want to make sure that our businesses are aware of resources that are available to them. So Mr. Orlando King has already started working with our businesses. Not only will he be working on a customer satisfaction program to make sure that many of our businesses along Highway 74 are meeting benchmarks and addressing some of the complaints that we have been receiving about service quality, but he will be working with our businesses to make sure that they have all of the resources that they need. He is coming up with some innovative strategies just to help our businesses with resources. So with that, welcome Mr. Orlando King.
Thank you so much, Ms. Abernathy, for that introduction. I want to just first of all say it's a privilege to come before the committee to introduce myself. As has been said, I'm Orlando King. I've been a resident of Fairburn for about 18 years now. I've had the pleasure of meeting some of you, and I, in fact, know some of you on the committee. And I just wanted to take a few moments to introduce myself to let you know that I'm a retired military veteran. I'm a retired educator. Currently, I still do part-time educational work, and I'm a professional real estate professional. So I, as Ms. Abernathy said, we are in the initial stage of developing and formulating a satisfaction survey for our community, the business community, and hopefully we'll be in a position to roll it out by our next meeting. But I've already made initial contact with several of the businesses in the Fairburn area, and I'll be able to give a more detailed report on our next meeting. But I just want to take the time to introduce myself, and I would ask that or allow you to pose any questions that you may have, but I'm not sure if I'll be in a position, or I am in a position to entertain those at this time. But I just wanted to introduce myself, and hopefully we'll have more information to share. Well, I'm certain we will at our next meeting. So look forward to working with each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank
Glad
you.
to have you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Team working together.
Thank you, Mr. King. All right, so for the next agenda item, are we going to go into executive session on this one, or?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's-
All right. Help me with the process of going into executive session on,
A motion, you'll ask for a motion to go into executive session.
all right, can I get a motion to go into executive session to discuss agenda item 5.1?
A motion that we go into the executive section for discuss this matter, 5.1.
Second.
All right, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, any nays? Thank you. We are now going to go into executive session.
the record.
Okay. All right, so, we're good, Mike? All right, so for the record, I want to take a step back and do a roll call of everyone present. We did indicate that there was a quorum, but if I state your name, please signify your presence at this meeting. Mrs. Patricia Chambers.
Present.
Mr. Todd Ireland is not here. Mr. Homer Knight.
Here.
Mr. Chris Wiley is not here. Mr. Brandon Price Crum, that's me, I'm present. Ms. Letitia McCoy.
Here.
All right. Again, we have a quorum. I'm sorry. And Ms., as a
Proxy.
proxy for Mr. Rufus Wells, we have Ms. Mika Smith.
Here. Present.
All right, I would want to go ahead and move on to the next agenda item, 5.2. If someone would, can you please give me a motion to approve the Georgia Main Street Memorandum of Understanding for ongoing accreditation program with the Department of Community Affairs?
I motion that we approve the 5.2 motion to approve the Georgia Main Street Moderation Understanding, Memorandum of Understanding for the ongoing accreditation program, development of community affairs.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion on this? I had the opportunity to review it. Does anybody have any questions or discussions on this? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
All right, any nays? All right, the ayes have it. All right, I want to move on to agenda item 5.3, which is a motion to approve the updated DDA resolution with attached map as approved by the City of Fairburn Mayor and City Council on June 8th of 2024. Can I get a motion, or do I need to restate it?
I give a motion for 5.3, motion to approve the updated DDA resolution with attached map as approved by the City of Fairburn Mayor and City Council on June 8th, 2024.
Second.
All right. Any discussion or questions on this particular document?
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Should this have came to us first?
No, sir. The activating, we are statutory, statutory meaning that we were established, or the activating resolution was created by the mayor and city council.
Okay.
So they would have had to, they initiated the resolution back in November of 1983. One of the questions that was posed is why did it take so long to discover this? And one of the things that we did when we brought on an attorney of record is we had him to do an audit of all of our agendas, our minutes, all of our files, to make sure that we were in keeping with our requirements. As he was doing that, that's when he discovered that this one document was missing
Okay.
the boundary map.
Makes sense.
And I do want to, say thank you to our city attorney, because as you will recall, the city attorney's office, Ms. Serena, was sitting in on our meetings, and she recommended that we start having an attorney and that we look for an attorney that is specific to the Development Authority. So we appreciate all of their efforts in making sure that we're in good standing with all of our paperwork.
Any other questions or discussions on this resolution? Everybody ready to make a vote? All right, all those in favor of the motion, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any nays? The ayes have it. Is there any further discussion or questions that we need to address before we adjourn this meeting? All right. Seeing none, we are adjourned.